Now the question always comes up, how do I know when I've got all the refrigerant out? Well, right off the bat, you'll notice that it's not pulling out any more refrigerant. The other thing you should notice is your gauges should pull down into a vacuum. Okay, so you can see both my gauges are reading a vacuum. Now the problem we have with this is there is still refrigerant in the system. So you can notice that my receiver dryer is frosted over. That's telling me that there is still R134A present in that receiver dryer. Remember, the receiver dryer is a storage container. So in order to get all the refrigerant out, it doesn't matter if I have an accumulator or a receiver dryer, I'm going to take a heat gun. I'm just going to lightly warm up my receiver dryer. And by warming up my receiver dryer, I'm going to get the rest of the refrigerant out. Now, as I'm warming it up, okay, you just warm it up a little bit and go away and see if it stays warm. Okay. Every time that I warm it up, refrigerant is boiling off. And I'll reach a point in time that the receiver dryer will stay nice and warm. Okay. There'll be no more refrigerant boiling off, so it won't cool off anymore. This way I'm assured that I have all the refrigerant removed from the system. Here's a tip for you. If I was to stop right now, stop my recovery, and just let the system sit, what you would notice is that pressure on my gauges would rise. And the reason the pressure on my gauges would rise is there's refrigerant boiling in the system, which will cause the system pressure to rise. I'm staying fairly warm now. So I'm going to say we have it all. Now, one more caution, when you guys are doing this, be very careful that you don't overheat the receiver dryer or your accumulator. Okay, don't get it to the point you actually will burn yourself when you grab it. If you do that, you actually can bake the desiccant material and it'll actually break down and start traveling through the system.